Hello everybody, welcome back to Rugby TV, live on Wednesdays at 9, as we normally do. And we bring you the very best of club rugby and rugby out of the Cape, so to speak. Hope you've had a jaw out there. The weather has been not too bad, and it was a pretty good rugby weekend. We were out this weekend to watch Whistling Wheels take on Young Ideas. Hello to the folks out in Easter River. Thank you for having us. It was pretty cool. On the panel with me this evening is the, as they like to call him, the esteemed leader, chairman, and champion of grassroots levels rugby. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together now for Mr. H.
Thank you for that introduction.
I've always wanted to do like a boxing ring announcement, you know, the rumble and the, anyway. Morgan Newman, how are you, my man?
How's it, Jeff? How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I see you getting quite famous on Twitter there, right?
Yeah, I'm getting quite popular. Thanks to WP Rugby, I think I'm getting popular.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? At Morgan12Newman.
Yeah, that's right, Jeff.
All right, so folks, there you have it, at Morgan12Newman. If you want to sling any abuse now, all right, then he's the right person to sling it at, because then it takes a bit of the pressure off me. Yes, so let's start off right away. Let's take a look at the results in Super League A. It was some interesting matches there, because Hamilton's beating Bellagh 50 points to 5. Durbell, massive win for them, 74-12, and False Bay losing to SK Warmers 39-21. Mr. H, let's start with you. Hamilton's 50, Bellagh. I mean, Hammies are third on the log at the moment on 32 points. They've played 9 matches. Beating Bellagh. Bellagh are third from the bottom, and I mean, with a loss like that, it's like you said last week, Bellagh is going to have to get it together quickly.
Yes, it's worrying that, you know, amongst the top 10, it's such a big gap at the moment. You can't at that level lose 55 and 74-12. Then there's something wrong in the, you know, in the setup there. We need to have 10 strong clubs up there that can take one another on.
Are we getting to a situation here that Super League A itself is showing us that there are, you know, I mean, you've said it before that there shouldn't be teams playing against teams that are, like in the World Cup, for example, losing 100 points to 5 or something like that. I mean, are we getting into that situation that some of the teams in Super League A are just completely outnumbered?
It could be that you know, there are 4 or 5 of the clubs at the top. The two universities and the other 3, Hamilton's, Durbell and SK Warmers, that are becoming too strong for the others.
Durbell's not a university and they're sitting on top.
No, I'm saying besides the 2 universities, those 3 others.
Hamilton's and Durbell obviously doing very well.
And SK also.
Vix we know is a university. Yeah. So if you're a university, it sort of puts you immediately into that perfect space. But the club that really stands out for me here in terms of Super League A, I mean, Tygerberg is just making it back into Super League A. So they've got a bit of work to do. But the one that really stands out for me is Villages. I mean, the mighty Villages. They just they've won 1 match this season, and they've only got 8 points. I mean, they're in the bottom 2. They are going to find themselves in Super League B if they don't somehow come out of that. I mean, so what's looking to me like the big challenges there are going to be between Tygerberg, Bellagh, and Villages at this point.
Yeah, that will be.
Yeah.
They got 9 more games to sort that out.
They've got well, at the same time, the other teams have got 9 more games to stay on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Morgs, what do you make of Villages' fall from grace?
Yeah, Jebs, look, I know that Villages are going through a massive transformation phase at the moment, where I think they lost a lot of their senior players. I know they've got a new coach in Rito, and I've heard from the players that he's doing a really good job. So, I mean, that's obviously something that we can, you know, it's a positive that Villages can take out of. They've got a young coach, a young team that they're busy building on. But yeah, I mean, look, to be sitting at sort of where they are at the moment is it's not really where you want to be, second from the bottom. But like Mr. H said, I mean, they've got another 9 games to fix it. And just what's worrying for me is just the fact that, I mean, depth is going to play a massive role.
I mean, I must be honest with you. I'm not understanding why this is a situation. And Mr. H, I mean, maybe there are some common reasons here. But if we look at the kind of players that are making it into the Springbok team, a lot of those players are the kind of players who went to either a Paul Roos or a Paul Boys or a Paul Jim or a Bishops, maybe even a Sachs or a Rondebosch. And those are the kind of feeder schools that feed to Villages. Villages should be, considering that they've also delivered a number of Springboks in the past, and they've got those great schools around them who've had all of the facilities, they should be much stronger than, you know, most of the other teams, bar the varsity cup teams.
Yeah, but I think the other problem at Villages might be the lack of funds.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm going to...
They don't have a senior or a major sponsor. And now, you know, it comes back to sort of bite them.
Because they don't have a sponsor. You mean they don't want to play amateur rugby?
Yeah, players.
Players don't want to play amateur rugby at Villages. They want money. So is this back to a money thing?
Yeah.
So Villages are falling from grace because of money.
Yeah.
But don't they have all those ex-millionaires and stuff coming from that club?
I don't know.
I mean, just about every rugby book that's ever been written in South Africa has got some historian writing about Villages. Okay, don't worry about that then. I'll just leave it out there. But they're going to have to work hard if they're going to come back. Certainly seem to be, like I said, falling from grace. Let's take a look at Super League B now. Things are getting hotted up here at least, or heated up, should I say. And these are the clubs that certainly don't have any money. Helderberg beating Belleville 59 points to 15. NNK beating Goodwood 29-17. Primrose 46-29. Hands and Hearts 12 points to 16. Loss against Collegians, and Kales River 31-26 win for them over Brackenfell. Helderberg, Mr. H, they fell out of Super League A last year, coming into Super League B. And unlike some clubs who feel when they're being relegated, you know, they tend to lose players, they get negative. There's this old cliche that says, you know, it's not about how you go down, it's about whether you get up after you've gone down. Helderberg seems to be a club that's able to get up after they've gone down.
Yeah, and if you look at the score, we watched Belleville take NNK apart about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And to see that Belleville get a hiding like that shows that there's something happening at Helderberg. You know.
You mentioned last week about Belleville's second team, is that Belleville's second team is going to have to be strong for Belleville to stay in place. Is it difficult to come off a good win into a second win?
Yeah, James, look, that result is a massive surprise to me. I would not have expected that at all. I know Helderberg are a really strong side. But I mean, James, I'm looking at this result, and you know, we talk about the Super League A and the big gap in teams there. But you look here, I mean, Helderberg are top of the log, and Belleville are third. And for the top team to be beating the team in third place by 59-15 is also a little bit worrying. So, you know, I mean, we got to look at the point of just, you know, what's the best way possible to get a group of players like distributed evenly across our top Super League A teams and possibly even our Super League B teams, so that we have strength versus strength. Because what often happens is you'll find three of the best hookers in Cape Town playing three of the best club rugby hookers in Cape Town all playing at Stellenbosch University. Whereas you could possibly look at getting them then maybe one playing for Hamilton's, one playing for Durban, and you know, and so you distribute the talent and you get better rugby players at the end of the day. So I don't know how it's possible. I don't know if money is the issue, but yeah, I mean they've got to look at something like that in the end.
How did that come about, Mr. H, that we don't have that, what Morgan's, because it sounds like, but it's...
You know, if you go to the university, you pay to go there, and you want to play there. You're not going to...
Yeah, but I still have this question about this league structure, you know, that like last year the question came up. Kraaifontein had to travel all the way from Kraaifontein to Gastro to go and play against St. George's. And when you have to travel long distances like that, there's the home fans, they just don't go with you. Moms and dads, maybe. But otherwise, it's the girlfriend driving you to go play your game, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's this traveling thing and distances between clubs. I don't understand why we're not playing in districts. What is the history behind that? How far back does that go?
You can imagine if Marties must play against Stelco. They're in the same area.
Yeah.
You know, there will be no competition.
Yes, but I mean, in a situation like that, you might find some Marties players, knowing that they won't get into the first team, might go and play for Stelco. No.
No, not really. Because, as I say, you know, you go to the university to play for the university.
Yeah.
As you go to Stelco to play for Stelco. But then, I don't think, you know, we have a problem with traveling as much. I was just... Over the weekend, I met up with guys who was telling me, you know, that they have to travel. They have to leave like Saturday morning, 5 o'clock, or 4 o'clock
Yeah.
to get to where they must go play in the Boland area. And it's amazing, you know.
But that, I mean, then the environment is a lot tougher for us. You know, I still think that if the games are more community related, you're going to get, you know, almost like much more derby orientation. If you look at any of these games, every time the 2 games come from 2 clubs that are in 2 communities that are close to each other, those games are sold out.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
That's true.
You know, every time, and there it goes to show that it's not far to drive.
Yeah.
You know, you throw 20 people on the back of a bucky and you're at the field. Which I'm not saying throw 20 people on the back of a bucky, folks. It's not a good idea, right? Okay, but even though we've seen enough
Well,
of that.
you know, the idea that we started in the Paarl region,
Yeah.
that is the sort of thing that we want, where all the clubs in the same area play together.
Well, let's see how it goes then. Of course, talking about Super League B, our fixture this weekend where we're looking to go to is against Brackenfell, who this week are going to be taking on Hands and Hearts. Now, the interesting thing about Hands and Hearts is that Brackenfell are right down at the bottom of Super League B. So they are really going to have to fight it out to make sure that they start getting those points. So Brackenfell, Hands and Hearts, that's where we are this weekend. And I know when we were at Hands and Hearts in their match against Kazufi, there were thousands of supporters. So here's your opportunity. Hands and Hearts, Brackenfell. Take it all out. Go wild. Get every single fan. Because there's 2 clubs that are fairly close to each other.
Yes.
There should be no problem with having a sold-out stadium. I mean, the amount of scarp briar around that field should just be off the charts this week. All right, so folks, there you have it now. That's our announcement for this week, is that is our fixture where we will be attending this week to go and watch Helderberg take on Hands and Hearts. It's going to be a cracker of a match. And like I say, Helderberg, or at least Brackenfell are right down at the bottom of Super League B, and they're going to have to do quite a bit of work. Let's take a look now at Premier League A's results. Premier League A, Hamlet's beating Rangers, 31 points to 16. Lunga, it was a 1-point loss for them against Elsie's Review. And Paul, a good win for them against Scottsdene. In Premier League B, Solarians, solid win for them against Eerste Review. Laguna, 1-point win, only 1 point over Stelkor. Macassar beating Milnerton. Van der Stel losing to Franschhoek. And Strand United, a solid win for them against Silver Tree with a 28 points to 10. In Division 1, it's Silver Leaf losing to Northerns. Young Wesley's, Strand shining there with a 50 to 31 win. That must have been a fairly tight match. And Hamadias, 24-15, Manenberg Rangers beating Boerland Mark. Of course, next week Friday, Mr. H, I think you are the honoured guest together with Professor Tim Noakes. And I am the Master of Ceremonies at Hamadias.
Hamadias.
Tell us a little bit about Hamadias.
Well, they a club in the Athlone area. They are trying to put some money together to make rugby known in the area as a vehicle to keep the youth together. And they are trying to raise funds so that they can build out this whole scheme that they have of getting all the youth involved in the rugby and using rugby as that vehicle to make.
Well, that's a fantastic initiative. I think, youth rugby sport, it just goes hand in hand. Morgs, how old were you when you started playing rugby?
Yes, chaps, and now you're asking me a question. Probably about 9, Barefoot League, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah, actually, Nick Mallett's sister was my coach,
40
Jenny
years
Mallett.
ago. 40 years ago.
No, only that's only what 9? What's that now?
9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, I mean about under 9 Barefoot League. I started playing. Jenny Mallett was my coach, and yeah, it's in George's Grammar. So yeah, playing rugby for a while now, but still yeah.
And
still
so
lots of fun,
tell me about like the kids around. Did they you obviously were a good player. The other kids, where they go, was it a positive thing in the neighbourhood to have Morgan Newman playing rugby? I mean, one of the things that I said years back was, how positive it is when you were selected for the Springbok team and Peter de Villiers put you in that team, how positive it was for everybody in your neighbourhood to know that there's, a guy next door who plays for the Springbok team.
Yeah, Jeff, look, I must say, I mean, the community did sort of get massively behind my success, if you want to call it that. I mean, Athlone News, because I live in Athlone area, so the Athlone News came over to my house and they did interviews with myself and my family. And it was a massive, massive achievement, and I really sort of felt proud to sort of, have come out of there. But, I mean, playing at St. George's Grammar, which was in Mowbray, I mean, I remember Scotch's Kloof always being the team, These guys were always the team, the feared guys at St. George, playing against them. So a lot of those guys were such good rugby players that came out of there, and they just, you don't hear of these guys playing rugby anymore. I got
to ask the question, and I saw somebody tweet, and I'm not going to give the name now, but I saw somebody tweet over the weekend saying this was after Heineke Mayo won another match for the Springbok team. That they wrote out on this tweet, all Western Province fans, please write out 5,000 times, I must learn to trust the man. And I thought, well, I'm going to respond back to it and say, all people with like-minded interests, please write out 5,000 times, I must put the interests of South Africa before myself. And I was thinking back to that time when Khaleesi was not selected in the team. And what a difference it makes for the community, whether he was going to play in the starting lineup or not. How many people it would have impacted him in a positive way just to put Khaleesi in the team. I remember Charles Langeveld, was it Charles Langeveld, who, one of the players refused to play for the Proteas because he felt that he wasn't selected on merit.
Charlie.
And I objected strenuously. I was on Good Hope FM at the time, and I said, he's got an obligation to the community and to the rest of the population to play in that team, if for nothing else, but for the upliftment of the community. And I get the feeling that, there are times when it's not about when you are losing. It's about just giving people an opportunity, whether you're going to win the game or not, for another greater good, and that being to feed that positive energy into the community.
But JP, I understand what you're saying, and it's possibly the philosophy that we should all have. But the South African public, or say the Stormers supporters, they are relentless when the team doesn't perform.
Yes.
Doesn't matter who's in the team, they will crucify you left, right, and center.
If you don't win.
If you don't win. So now the coach takes the option that he thinks is the right option to win. And in that process, a lot of good goes out by the window. Because, as you say...
Sorry, let me just recap that. You say the Stormers supporters get very upset. Are these the Stormers supporters at Newlands? They get very upset when the Stormers don't do well.
Yeah.
Right. But we know who those supporters are. So, let's take a look now at Division 2. Division 2, Temperance losing to All Saints, Blue Jets losing by 1 point to Atlantis, Watsonia beating Kylmore 23-15, and Violets 24 points to 20. Division 3, this was the cracker of the weekend. We went out to watch Whistling Wheels against Young Ideas. Perseverance drew with Young Brothers Retreat, losing to Krugersville 11-16. Maasi Pumulele 25-27. Congratulations to Caledonian Roses. Good win for them. And Peninsula losing to Strand Pioneers 42-31. But the weekend game that we went to go and check out in Eerste Rivier, just off Waratah Street, where it was another great opportunity for Cape Rugby fans to witness what's happening out in the rugby communities, was the match Whistling Wheels against Young Ideas. It was a win for Whistling Wheels. Here are the highlights.
Okay.
It was a great game. I tell you, it was a pretty tough game. We also managed to catch up with the losing coach and captain. Never good for the losing coach and captain, but Tembani and Koba and Sipiwe Bawiti having, and of course Sipiwe is always out on the sideline. You would have seen him on Cape Rugby TV before as a referee. So not only is he coaching at Young Ideas, he's also on the sideline as a ref. See what the losing captain and coach had to say. Tembani, Whistling Wheels, tough to play away from home?
Yes, they give us a hard time, the guys. We didn't expect this, but they give us. So, congratulations for them. They win us. But at the home, I promise they were going to win them.
So if you look back at this game, you think strong points or weak points for your side?
Yes, we have a weak points just because the guys, they use it at the back line. They beat us at the back line. Otherwise, at the forward, there was nothing. They beat us, yeah.
And did you expect it to be so close?
No, I didn't expect it. But they come close.
And what about for the rest of the season? Are you guys looking forward to the rest of the season?
Yeah, we look forward to it because it's our first lose. So I think we left one match left and we're going to win them.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you, Jay.
Simpiwe, tough game today.
Yes, we've got a tough game against Western Wales. But we did prepare because we see on the log where he's standing. But the game was changed when I came in here. When I saw it in the second half, the things are changed. They tried to play on the back line. Where I'm strong, then I see that I'm weak, but I see the weak points. But I was not prepared. I was not expected that the game I can lose it, because I was prepared very well to beat them here. Then I'm the first. That's the first time losing now, because that's a play 7. That is I'm losing 1.
So you've had a pretty good season.
Yes, I've got a good season. Then it's only him. They stopped me on the way, but I hope I'll take it. Because now I'm prepared from here. What I saw, what it did classing, then I'm prepared to prepare Maspumelele next week at home at Langa. Then I will beat him. Then I'm staying again on number 1.
Well, listen, you've had a pretty good season so far. Hopefully you'll keep up the good form and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Okay, thank you. I'll do it again for the next season. I told you those gentlemen, please, when you come back at Langa, I won't beat us anymore.
Langa's out your home ground.
That's Langa's your home ground.
No,
that is a house of pain.
Langa is the house of pain. He said that more than a few times. There's a vibe there, Mr. H.
Yeah, no, they're playing Mashi next week. That's going to be a big game also.
And they're geared up for it. I mean, they're list for it. You know, both those teams are very confident about the amount of games that they've won and lost. And I mean, Young Ideas are so excited about the fact that they, well, up until, in actual fact, this was their first loss.
First loss.
This was their first loss. So big games for them coming up then. But Whistling Wheels, I mean, what a fantastic vibe then. I must say, to Dudley and the rest of the team and Mr. Klaassen, you guys were just fantastic.
Mr. Klaassen is generally regarded as the mayor of Easter.
Oh, he was fantastic. Yeah. He was absolutely amazing. And to the guys out at Whistling Wheels, I know you're watching tonight. Thanks for having us. It was great. But we also managed to catch up, of course, with the winning captain and coach, Francois Haynes. Francois Haynes was the man of the match. And but we caught up with the winning captain and coach, Randall Orris. Randolph, you must be happy with this win today, huh?
Yes, I'm quite happy with it because we're actually struggling in the first half, but we
did come back in the second half.
Young Ideas have had a good season so far. They've been pretty much almost unbeaten this season, and I suppose you did expect them to give you a tough one.
Yeah, no, we did expect it. Yeah.
How did you prepare for this match?
We didn't actually prepare for it. We normally just take it on like we played again Masipu Malela, and we take it from there. Because we know normally they will play the same game. I mean.
The fans of Whistling Wheels, they seem to be 100% behind you.
Yeah, they're coming together now.
Good for the community?
Yeah, it's good for the community. Yeah. You see, supporters are getting bigger and we're going further.
Well, once again,
away supporters are not so good, but home support is good.
Away support is always difficult for everybody. Yeah. Well, listen, Randall, once again, congratulations. It was a good win for you guys, and we'll see you guys on TV.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks. Okay.
Francois, you look thrilled. There's a good win for Whistling Wheels today.
Yeah, it is supposed good win, JP. We actually worked very hard for this game. We worked practice for 3 days, and we know that Young Ideas will come out with running rugby, and so we had to do some changes on the team and to fit in by their game plan, and we pull it off.
Francois, jy nou soek kyk na die span se performance vandag, die sterkpunte en die swakpunte.
Obviously, mens sal nooit sê dat jou defense is een van die belangrikste pilare in 'n wedstryd. So ek dink defense moet ons, as ons die defense het, dan kan ons nooit 'n wedstryd wen nie. En ek dink die ouens het step up in die tweede helfte, want ons het in die eerste helfte 'n paar baie maklike tekens laat deurgaan. So ek dink dit was een van die sterktepunte. Die swakpunte was is dat ons bietjie nie kontinuïteit gehad in die spel nie. So ek dink die ouens het redelik goed opgekom met dat JP.
Wel, alles van die beste en het was 'n great game and congratulations.
Baie dankie JP en welkom. Dankie julle gekom het en baie dankie vir die boys. Baie dankie.
Altyd lekker, ja.
Okay, dankie JP.
It was great. It was great. I must say, Randall Orr is not the most talkative guy on camera, but on the field he certainly had enough to say there. Morgs, you get that though. Sometimes you get leaders who are great rugby players. They lead on the field, but they're not really out there to get into the spotlight, huh?
Yeah, Jeff, I must say, often the best leaders are those guys that lead with the actions and not with their mouths. And obviously Randall looks like one of those guys that does that. So yeah, I'm sure he's a good leader on the field.
Yeah, Francois Haynes was of course happy there, having done so well there on the day. But the big highlight of the match was, of course, the Tata man of the match. Once again, 1,000 rand in cash going to one lucky player. This week, our lucky player was Alfred Okis. He wins himself from Tata Oosterburg and Tata Paul, 1,000 rand man of the match. Let's see what they had to say. Alfred, a good win for you guys. You must be thrilled. 1,000 rand from Tata must be lekker.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was looking forward to the 1,000 rand because my coach told me on Tuesday it's going to be 1,000 rand for this weekend, so I make sure I'm going to get the 1,000 rand, you know.
Nou, so jy soek kyk na die span. Ek meen, dis nie jy het alleen daai game gewen nie, maar dit lyk my jy het 'n lekker span hierso.
Ja, ons het 'n lieflike span. Ja, van 1 tot 15. Ons is 'n goeie span. Ons het al begin bou al van aan die begin van die jaar af so. Ja, lekker game. Het was een lekker tough game geweest, goede span. En ik denk als een span wat voor Whistling Wheels gaat winnen die jaar. So, ons gaan die cup winnen die jaar.
I'm going to ask your president, Mr. Klaassen, the president of Whistling Wheels, to bring you that check and congratulate you. That's 1,000 rand. Well, that's 1,000 rand courtesy from Ivan Lindner and Tata Oosterburg and Paul for man of the match, Alfred here. Mr. Klaassen, you must be happy with your performance today.
Yes. So we're working hard. We are working hard the whole season. So today we beat the top leaders in the lock.
Nou sê my bietjie van die span hierso, die gees lyk my goed en die eerste rivier se community het vandag uitgekom.
Just man, die hele eerste rivier staan agter ons.
Nou is hierdie ouens trots om rugby te speel?
Oh man, hierdie manne het passie. Nie trots, hulle is passie.
Well, there you go folks, what a great day. Eerste rivier here at Whistling Wheels and the boys coming away with a win. Mr. Klaassen, Alfred, congratulations once again and yeah, all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you, JP.
Thank you Okay, what's your name?
Edoreen.
Edoreen.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite team?
Whistling Wheels!
Sorry, I'm just joking. It wasn't, the sound didn't go off, folks. I had to do that. I know you were swearing at me for a few seconds there, thinking JB's lost his audio. Erin! And wasn't that just the coolest? I mean, when you see fans like that, and they all are like after I mean, I just thought that was great. That had to be, or for me, almost even more proud than the man of the match. That makes it,
fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, the guys yesterday, great stuff there. But of course, congratulations then once again to Alfred Ockie's winning R1,000 courtesy of Tata there, and to Mr. SP Klaassen, for the president of Whistling Wheels. Thanks again for your hospitality. You've got a cracking team there. And I just love that change room, or at least the function room of yours with all those photographs. And you know, Mr. H, the interesting thing is looking at those photographs on the wall in the function room at Whistling Wheels, is how many players that are there. That JB van Ster played there. He played then for Tigerberg, and the number of players that played in the Dizer squad, or into the amateur squad. They're coming through. I mean, maybe not right now, but there's history at every club.
Yeah, no, that's true. And you know what I like about their room is also they remember the old guys, and those have passed on. You see, there's a whole row of pictures of people that served them before.
Well, I don't know if I'd agree with you on that, because when I looked at the picture on that wall, I actually didn't think that those pictures were very old, because there was no afros on the wall at all.
Whereas I'll reserve my comment.
I've seen some of your photographs from back in the day. But yes, anyway. Some of those photos. We've had some classic pictures in the history sections of Club Rugby. Yeah. Let's take a look now at the results from Division 4. Imikawi, at least beating Richmond Rangers. Kailicha beating Delft, and City's Progress drawing with Titans. In the Paarl region, it was a 33-23 win for Vineyards over Lower Paarl. 39-5 win for Violets over Parel United. Riverstones 24-23 over Allendale. And Albion's losing by 1 point against Young Standards. Time now to thank our sponsors. Of course, Evox is our prime sponsor here on the show. And once again, if you want to win yourself this very elementary, basic hamper courtesy of Evox, all you need to do is text us the name of the official sports nutrition supplier to the DHL Stormers of Western Province Rugby. And remember, you as a Club Rugby player can call the Evox factory directly, because you're sponsored through Western Province, and you can get special rates, and you can get your club back on track, so to speak. 33280, just send the word Evox and your name, and you'll be in the mix. 33280. Just talking about Evox, yesterday was we gave away R1,000 to somebody who sent in, I think, the funniest picture last night, or at least on Monday, Morgs, at the seminar. And you gave away 2 water bottle hampers.
Yeah, we gave away 2 water bottles, we gave away cider crank, and we gave away 2 tubs of rapid recovery. So
the cider cranks were before the game, and of course we used the rapid recovery for after the game.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we
did. With the water bottles, and that was the. How did the social media seminar go, Mr. H?
It was fantastic.
Or at least media. It's not just social media; it's media in general.
I think the retreat guys who won the prizes at the end, they were very happy with their
retreat, I believe.
Yeah, they were very happy with what they could take away from them. But then, while I was sitting there listening to the presentation, I realized that those clubs are getting a lot of collateral out of these things. Because every week I get invitations to attend seminars like that. And the delegate must pay 3,000 Rand or 4,000 Rand for the same thing.
You mean to attend a seminar?
Yeah, and here they get it all free. So it's something, that every club should make sure that there's somebody at those seminars.
You're basically saying that lectures and seminars like that, I mean, you pay
3,000 Rand.
3,000 Rand. Yeah, and the clubs are getting it for free?
Absolutely free.
Absolutely free, okay. Morgs?
Yeah, James, I must say, I mean, I was also privileged enough to be at the seminar. And I left there just with, I mean, I spoke to you afterwards and I said to you, you leave there with all the tools to go out and literally, go haywire with your club. Just go to Facebook, go to Twitter, and just sort of market and promote your club and get people down to games. And the funny thing is that you know, you say all these things and it sounds like it's going to cost you so much money. But what I got out of it sort of purely was the fact that everything to do all that, it's all free. You know, so this Facebook and this Twitter and all these different tools that you gave us, I mean, it literally is free to go and do it, you know. So there's no reason why any club shouldn't be, they've started already, if not sort of be well underway with it.
Absolutely, yeah.
One must commend some of the clubs, you know. Like Alice at Elsie River. See, we went out of that seminar when she was putting her stuff out there for everybody to read.
Yeah.
The same with Primrose. They have their newsletter. Comes out every week. It goes to hundreds of people. And they put all these things in there. And so there are people that are doing a great job. And all the others should follow. That is the way to do it.
You know, in that meeting we were also asked some tough questions. And I've got to say to the guys from Retreat who asked the tough questions, I sent in my email, you didn't get back to me. By the way, I went to check. We only found a limited amount of emails, 2 I think, not 10 plus 1, which was 11. The guys from Caledonian Roses asked great questions. Allendale, when are you coming out to form the councillors? You know, so people are aware of what we're doing. They are getting involved. Always, you know, and that even though sometimes those questions are difficult, it's good to see that people are asking the questions and they're saying, hang on, we were here last time. What's the follow-up? Where we're going? What's the next step? Let's take a look at the winner of last week's Evox competition, and that, of course, went to Cedric Hendricks. Congratulations, Cedric. You win for yourself this Evox hamper, the Rapid Recovery, the Mega Grow, and the creatine. Don't forget, 33280. That's the number that you need to SMS. We're going to take an ad break, and when we come back from the ad break, it, of course, is going to be time for us to take a look at some of the logs, what's happening in Club Rugby, and don't forget the I Love Western Province Club Rugby campaign that was launched on Monday at that media seminar for the clubs. You can win big if you participate in the I Love Western Province Club Rugby campaign. More on that when we come back.
Get these amazing deals on Evox Sports Nutrition Supplements at Dis-Chem now. Life is all about protein. Buy 2 kilograms of 100% whey protein for only $449.95 and get 500 grams free. Pack on the muscle with formidable mass, only $339 for 4.2 kilograms. Essential for best performance is Evox Rapid Recovery, only $270. Your favorite natural fat burner of choice is Evox CLA for only $229.95. Buy one, get one free. Evox is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. Get so much more for so much less at Tata Wistenburg. Buy an Indica Vista Ego from $999 per month, 3-year 100,000 Rand kilometer warranty, 4 years 100,000 Rand kilometer service plan, 3 years unlimited road assistance and more. To find out more, SMS the word Tata to 32010 and one of our service consultants will be in touch with you shortly.
Tata is a good buy, for sure.
Welcome back, folks. Cape Rugby TV live at 9. You'll see there are some new jerseys up, of course, on the screen behind me. Right behind me there is Scott Steen. Congratulations, Scott Steen. Your jersey is up. Well done. And if we look through Andrew Bennett, our famous cameraman there, you'll see just behind to the Morgan Newman's right shoulder, it's Priority Engineering sponsoring, who's that? Retreat? Is that
Hamlet.
Hamlets. Congratulations, Hamlets. Looks like you've got Priority Engineering. That was a great shot there. How much publicity did Priority Engineering just get for the club? Just by bringing the jersey. Well done. And right behind me, of course, you see Wellington as well. Wellington's on TV behind me. It's a great town. You must get out there sometime. Bed and breakfast are really, you know, seriously. Anyway, let's take a look now. There you see it behind me there. Okay, I feel like I'm back in the ring. I have to bob and weave. All right, let's take a quick look at the logs. And we'll just take a look at the leaders in each log there. Durban and Marties are still firmly on top of Super League A. In Super League B, it's Helderberg and Belleville. They're sitting on the top of the villages, Peniel Villages and Selmore Brackenfell. Right down at the bottom, they're going to have to work very hard. In Premier League A, UWC and Hamlets are right on top. Of course, it was announced now recently that Peter de Villiers, former Springbok coach, you might remember him, comes out of the communities, one of the only club rugby players ever to become the Springbok coach. In fact, I think he was the only one. He will be taking over as the director of coaching at UWC shortly. Hamlets in second place, and Elsie's Refer and Young People's down at the bottom. Solarians are top of Super League B, followed tightly on the heels, or at least drawn level with Macassar. In Division 1, Annenberg Rangers, or at least Manenberg Rangers, are on top there together with Strand in Division 2. It's the Violets, Correctional Services Violets, on top in 29, again drawing level peg with Atlantis. Division 3, Masiphumelele leads, but Young Ideas is firmly behind them. Of course, it's going to be a derby match there over the weekend, Young Ideas and Masiphumelele. In fact, not leading Masiphumelele, but rather on bonus, or at least on points difference, Masiphumelele on the top there. Division 4, Imikawi is on top on 28 and Kaidicha at the bottom. Cities, Progress and Delft are going to have to work hard to stay at the top. In the Paarl region, Lower Paarl on 42 and Vineyards is on 34 points, leading the log there. Simonium and Paarl Rangers, they can't go any further down. They're going to have to work really hard. Paarl Rangers still have not played any games and have still got 0 points. Does Paarl Rangers still exist?
They are playing there, and in the new logs they will be featured.
Okay.
They were transferred over from Division 1.
Right.
So
okay.
they want to play there.
Time now for us to take a look at the I Love Western Province Club Rugby campaign. This is a campaign that's been designed for you, the club administrator, the club champ, the club player, and the club fan. And if you want to win some great prizes, which normally are out of the reach of your average club who struggles to find sponsorship out there, now is your opportunity. Here is your first corporate that has invested into the clubs to try and help them get some of those fantastic, amazing prizes that you so desperately need for your clubs. It's very easy. Let's take a look at the I Love Western Province Club Rugby campaign, and I'll guide you through it. Right, folks, I Love Western Province Club Rugby campaign gives you 5 ways to earn points for your club. They're very easy. All you need to do is upload pictures or video clips of your club for just 2 points, and you can get 2 points, and that puts you on the way to winning those prizes. SMS the name of your club to 32715 to register as a supporter for 5 points. MMS pictures or video clips of your club to 082 008 0196. That gets you 5 points. Register for M-Pesa for 20 points, and you can port your number to Vodacom. That's switching to red for 50 points. These are the prizes up for grabs. The first level, you only need 500 points here, folks. That means you could basically send in 100 SMSs and you would have 50 water bottles for your club. Second in the line for the prizes are the kit bags. Kit bags for 1,000 points. 25 kit bags, and they're branded with your club's logo on it. 25 kit bags for just 1,000 points. It will get you for your club. And of course, the next prize up for grabs is 2,000 points. 25 club-specific branded rain jackets. You want to see your club's management out there on the side of the field together with your players in a rain jacket that's designed for your club. 2,000 points will get you those rewards. And of course, the big ultimate prize is the jerseys. The jersey is 22 sublimated. That's a set of jerseys. Sublimated means it's been designed with the colors of your club. 22 sublimated club rugby jerseys, logos, and a whole lot for just 4,000 points. That is. It's very easy to do that. All you need is follow that system. And remember, you can, of course, find out more information on the I Love WP Club Rugby campaign's website, www.ilovewp Club Rugby. There's a Vodacom SMS competition now that you can enter as well. SMS the word Club Rugby and your name to 32715. SMS the word Club Rugby and your name to 32715. You can stand a chance to win stand tickets for you and 3 friends to watch the Stormers against the Lions at Newlands on the 30th of June. Terms and conditions apply. SMS cost only R1. To find out more about the campaign, please visit the website ilovewpclubrugby.co.za. Go to the Facebook page, www.facebook.com/ilovewpclubrugby, or follow them on Twitter, www.twitter.com/ilovewpclubrugby. For further information, if you have any admin queries, you can email them to info@ilovewpclubrugby.co.za and get your club registered for this year's program. All right, so if you're one of those club champs, why don't you do that? Don't forget, once again, some of those points that you need to use if you want to grab some of those points is very easy. Just to get 2 points, chop, upload a picture or a video clip on the www.ilovewpclubrugby.co.za website. Just upload and get you 2 points immediately. SMS the name of your club to 32715. That's going to get you 5 points. That's as simple as that. Imagine if 100 people sent in right now the name of their club to 32715. You get 5 points. Immediately you'd have a set of water bottles for your club. And the rest of the points are, of course, available on the www.ilovewpclubrugby.co.za website to find out more. Push it. Push it hard. The club champs out there. Find out how to do it. Ask your club champs. Ask the fans. SMS. MMS. Get those videos. Get those pictures. Get them in. And you'll have some great prizes for your club. We'll follow up next week to see how many points are in, which clubs are at the top, which clubs are at the bottom, and who's getting what prizes and how soon. That's a wrap for us on I Love WP Club Rugby. That's Wednesdays here on Cape Rugby TV. Back with you in a sec. Mr. H, the ladies are up to something.
Yeah. I've been asked, why don't we ever, after Mariska left, we've never ever spoke about women's rugby again. I couldn't answer anybody. But I will say tonight that the South African team is playing against the Nomads, a test at Goodwood on Saturday.
At Goodwood on Saturday? Yeah. This Saturday coming?
Yeah. I think the thing started about 1 o'clock there.
Yeah.
Entry is free. And then they will play another test next Saturday, also at Goodwood.
Yeah.
So that is there.
And of course, on Saturday at City Park starts the VUCA tournament.
At the holiday tournament.
The holiday tournament where all the schools come together and they play against each other in the VUCA tournament. There's, I think, 6 games. More 6 games on a day.
Yeah, Jeff, look, there's going to be a lot of rugby. There's going to be 3 fields, 2 games on each field. The first game will be at 9 o'clock, and the second one will kick off at 10:30.
Right, so folks that want to go check out some youth rugby, the kids' youth rugby, then City Park from 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock, that's the place to be.
And if you want to stay, SK Warmers is playing Hamilton's there.
If you want to stay at City Park, you can watch SK Warmers take on Hamilton's. That's going to be a cracker of a match, City Park. Mesa, of course, our keen supplier here on Cape Rugby TV, and Carla from Brackenfell said that they bought themselves a Mesa plasma screen because they support the Cape Rugby TV show. Carla, yes, thank you very much. That's great stuff because that's what we need. We need your support out there as fans of Club Rugby and Cape Rugby TV. Of course, last week's winner for the Mesa 42-inch plasma, or at least LCD TV screen was Trevor Snyder. Congratulations, Trevor. You win for yourself that Mesa 42-inch Full HD LCD TV screen with high resolution 16:9 widescreen format. It's got 2 HDMI ports, a VGA and 2S videos, and a whole lot of other goodies as well. All right, so Mesa, of course, keen suppliers and supporters here of Cape Rugby TV. Congratulations then to Trevor. Wins for himself that 16:9 Full HD LCD TV. Our prize this week is the Mesa W210 CEUQ netbook. You want to win yourself this netbook? Take a look at these goodies up for grabs on this netbook. An Intel Atom N2 800 with a 1.86 GHz CPU, 2 GB memory, 320 GB hard drive. The netbook you want. All you need to do is tell us who is the official IT supplier to the DHL Stormers. SMS the answer and your name to 33280. 33280, that's the number you need to SMS. Just SMS the word. I'm going to give you a clue. This is the official supplier, Mesa, and your name to 33280. Oh, well, I just gave away the answer. Sorry about that. Makes it easier for you to win. Let's quickly take a look at the fan picks that came in this week. All right, a couple of fan picks that were pretty funny. The first one came in there from Piro here. Piro sent in us this picture here from Young Ideas in the match against Whistling Wheels. Hello, Piro. Nice to have you there at the team, by the way. And, of course, our fan funny pick of the week. And this was the one that won the Retreat Rugby team their prize at the media seminar for Club Rugby on Monday. Retreat Rugby Football Club sending in this picture of young brothers doing the team's war dance. So this is called Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It's a rather silly picture. And there, in our next picture, you'll see the winners of the picture there. I think that's Craig Fireland and Keenan Bayers in the picture there. And the guys at Retreat are doing an amazing job. I must say that. Keenan Bayers and Craig Fireland, some of the young bloods, putting in some really, really good stuff there. at the Retreat Rugby Club. And that's what we need. We need that young blood to bring through the media opportunities for the guys at the club. So Craig and Keenan, once again, well done to you guys for doing such a fantastic job, and congratulations on your prize for sending through what you said was a funny picture of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but we all know that actual fact that's your normal warm-up. So yes, time for us to take an ad break, and when we come back we'll catch up with Leisure Hotels, and we'll take a look at the result. At least we'll take a look at the fixtures coming up this week. Back in a sec.
Get so much more for so much less at Tata Wistenburg. Buy an Indica Vista Ego from $9.99 per month, 3-year 100,000 Rand kilometer warranty, 4 years 100,000 Rand kilometer service plan, 3 years unlimited road assistance, and more. To find out more, SMS the word Tata to 32010 and one of our service consultants will be in touch with you shortly.
Tata is a good buy for sure.
Get these amazing deals on Evox Sports Nutrition Supplements at Dis-Chem now. Life is all about protein. Buy 2 kilograms of 100% whey protein for only $449.95 and get 500 grams free. Pack on the muscle with formidable mass, only $339 for 4.2 kilograms. Essential for best performance is Evox Rapid Recovery, only $270. Your favorite natural fat burner of choice is Evox CLA for only $229.95. Buy one, get one free. Evox is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers.
Hotels, of course, our keen supplier here at the Cape Rugby TV show. You want to win yourself a night's accommodation, bed and breakfast at the Strand Towers, 33280. That's the number you need to SMS in your phone right now. The word leisure to 33280, and you can put yourself in the mix to win that great prize courtesy of Leisure Hotels. Just SMS the word leisure and your name to 33280. Last week's winner, congratulations to James Tucker. James Tucker wins for himself a night's accommodation, bed and breakfast at the Strand Towers. SMS the word leisure and your name to 33280. And you can put yourself in the mix to win the same prizes. Let's take a quick look at the fixtures coming up this weekend in Super League A. As we said earlier on, it's SK Warmers who takes on Hamiltons. They were playing at the track. Villagers takes on, they're not mistakes, they're not playing, they're playing at City Park. Of course, as you mentioned earlier on, they're playing at City Park. We know that SK Warmers are still having some field problems, right? So it's probably one of the reasons why they've moved away there. Villagers take on Belhar in Super League A. Take a look at the rest of those fixtures then in Super League B. It's Bellville and Kales River, Brackenfell and Hands and Hearts. That's where we are this weekend, Brackenfell and Hands and Hearts. And that's where you want to get to this weekend. Come say hello to the Cape Rugby TV crew. I will give a prize to the first person who gets Mr. H's autograph this weekend. Helderberg take on NN Capital, Villagers and Collegians, Primrose and Goodwood. Let's take a look now at the fixtures in Division 1, or at least in Premier League A. In Premier League A, it's Paarl and Kraaifontein, Rangers and Elsie, Scottsdene and Langa. And yes, David Moses, thank you very much for your comment. We did get it in on Facebook. Scottsdene still having some field problems. I want you guys to get onto that. But David, thanks for your correspondence on Facebook. And we'll follow up on that. In Premier League B, it's Franschhoek and Macassar, Milnerton and Lagunya, Silver Chief and Stelkort take on Solarians. While in Division 1, it's Bullet Strand, Hammerdeers and Rockland, Northern and Manenberg, Wraithley, Silverleaf, Young Stars and Young Wesleys, All Saints Watsonia, Temperance and the Blue Jets. In Division 3, we see Caledonian Roses take on the mighty Young Brothers, Cleesville and Perseverance Retreat and the Peninsula. Strand Peninsula and Whitley Strand Pioneers take on Whistling Wills. We were there this week. Strand Pioneers, you're going to have a tough match. Young Ideas and Masipumulele. While in Division 4, it's Bishop Flavors and Richmond Rangers. This will take on Cities in Progress and Titans take on Kailicha. In the Paarl region, it's Allendale and Violets. Paarl Rangers take on Lower Paarl. Herald United and Vineyards. Bentmill United and Riverstone. Young Gardens take on Albions. And Young Standards take on Simondia. Those are your fixtures of the weekend. We're going to take a look at some of those highlights of those fixtures in a minute or so. Of course, in the meantime, it's time for our White Line Fever competition, courtesy of Colour Tone. You need to get white line markings around the side of your field. I keep going to fields out there at the moment. You just don't see that there's enough markings around the field, or they could have been done better. Well, this is your chance to win for yourself a white line hamper, courtesy of Colour Tone. Of course, all Colour Tone products and paints are available at hardware stores and DIY stores near you. Last week's winner of that Colour Tone hamper was Whistling Wheels. Who would have guessed? Whistling Wheels certainly have hit the money pot this week. They had the TV, they had everything. And Whistling Wheels, of course, winning for themselves that White Line Fever hamper, courtesy of Colortone Paints. And you want to win for yourself that hamper? Just SMS the word Colortone and your club's name to 33280. SMS the word Colortone to 33280. Right, gentlemen, let's take a look at some of the games then this weekend. Morgs, if you take a look there at Super League A, the big one would have to be, I don't know, it's a fairly tough one. Eh? Who would you go for?
Look, James, SK and Hamilton's are going to be a good game, but I'd go for Villagers Balhar purely because of the fact that Balhar come off a big loss this weekend.
Yeah.
And I think Villagers need to sort of start climbing their way back off the bottom of the table. So
Super League B?
Super League B, my pick, I'm probably going to go, obviously we'll be at Brackenfell, Hands and Hearts. So that's going to be a good game.
Brackenfell, Hands and Hearts has to be the pick of the week because that's where we are this week. All right. Mr. H, are you going to be there? You busy?
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to? I know that there's
I'll be there.
The national champs and you've got all the things going on everywhere else. So you're going to be able to be there?
I will try my best to be there, sir.
You'll try your best to be there. Okay. If Mr. H is there and you do find him and you get his autograph, all right? You get Mr. H's autograph around the side of the field, okay? And you find me around the side of the field. And you run up to me. This is what's going to happen, all right? And you run up to me and you take a picture of me with your autograph and you upload it onto Facebook, all right, or onto Twitter. I'm going to give you 500 Rand, all right? So the first thing is we've got to get Mr. H to the field. The second thing is you have to find Mr. H and you've got to get his autograph, all right? Then you have to go and find me on the field and show me the picture, the autograph. Take a picture with me and you and the autograph, and then you have to upload it either onto the Cape Rugby TV fan page or you have to upload it on Twitter, preferably on the fan page with your phone, and I'll give you 500 Rand. 500 Rand in cash for the first person during the time that we are at the match. In other words, during match time. These are the rules. During match time. If you find Mr. H, get his autograph, take a photograph with me and the autograph and you, and upload that to the Cape Rugby TV fan page, I'll give you 500 Rand in cash. Mr. H, daar gaat jou naweek, meneer.
I was just thinking of, what do I do if 1,000 people start storming down me?
Hey, you have to sign, my friend. You have to sign them all, but I can, of course, I'm only going to take the first one to get to me. I better check what your signature looks like.
So just a cross.
Moenie vir my kom met 'n X man. X marks the spot, Morgs.
I'm just worried Mr. H is not going to be at the game and someone's going to drive to where he is, take the picture, drive back to you.
I'll take that as well. I'll take that as well. But I don't mind how you find Mr. H during 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Find that autograph, all right? You've got to prove to me that you got it, and preferably around the side of the field. Then you have to take a photograph with me and the autograph and you in the picture and upload it, like I said, onto the Cape Rugby TV fan page on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV. Upload it, and I will give the first person to do that 500 Rand in cash. That's the glory of social media and everything's being so instant. I think, isn't that, it's a jol, eh? Mr. H is in the spot. Hy het nie geweet wie kom nie. Hy sê jy gaan vir jou vragies hier na 'n knockout punch here. Yeah, well, listen, very best of luck to the Springbok team that's out there that's playing at the moment. Of course, next week we see the Stormers back in action. I think they're playing against the Free State on the 30th of June. And those Stormers people that we were talking about earlier on that were so negative, all right, please try not to be negative around the team. It's a team... or at any stage around the team. And I think we're just generally talking about being positive around the field. Doesn't matter what rugby game you're watching. But we do know that there are a handful of spectators from time to time that can be negative if things don't always go their way. But I think so far the Stormers have proven that they are certainly the leaders in the rugby circles in South Africa.
Oh, that's true.
And we will, of course, be back next week with your Super Brew predictions. www.superbrew.com. Go and find the Cape Rugby pool, and you'll be able to get in the mix with the Cape Rugby Super Brew predictions. Gentlemen, I think it's been a blast. It's been a nice show. more exciting rugby this weekend, and it's looking like it's going to be, the weather's going to be good, and we're going to have some good games out there.
Yep. Yeah. Friday night also at Newlands.
Right. All right, folks, there you go. Find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV. Also, our Twitter handle is @CapeRugbyTV. Find me, find Morgs at Cape Rugby TV. Great having a chat with you again. We'll see you again next week, same time. Remember, the big one this weekend is, of course, Brackenfell, who take on Hands and Hearts. It's a derby match, and 500 Rand for the first person who find Mr. H around the field. Cheers, have a great time. Are we still on? We're wrapping it up. Thanks, bye-bye.